How you doing? I wanted to make this video. It's going to be more of a training video for you guys on a trade that someone took that didn't turn out the way they wanted to, and they went a little under. So I want to help him and help you guys as well. Kind of look at trades, look at this particular trade, so that you guys don't make the same mistakes and enter the trade when you're not supposed to. So let's do the trade here with Icx, and the trade was entered right here on the green arrow. It was entered on the 26th of this month, approximately right in here on the 2100 hour. So to start with, they bought this one here already at the pump. So that's mistake number one. I know you guys have all heard me say we don't buy green, we buy red. Or we buy green, but once it's come back down here and we see a setup before this candle shows up, so that we're not chasing the candles. If you're gonna do a confirmation, you see a little green, that's okay. But a green like this is not something we wanna chase. So this aside, let's see where our next indicators were at when this trade was taken. And again, I'm not here to make fun of anyone. I just want to educate the person who took this trade and also educate you guys as well, because I know most of you here are new to trading and I don't want you to make the same mistakes, and hopefully avoid these mistakes in the future so we can all make some money, because that's why you guys are here with us, is to learn how to be profitable traders. So let me pull up the indicators and see my thought process why I would not have taken this trade. So first of all, we talked about the candlestick here. Now, if you follow this dotted line all the way down, it's going to tell you within that time frame what was going on. And if we look at that candle right here, that coincides with this area of the RSI. So right away on the 1 hour, we're looking at an overbought RSI. We're above the 70. We're in the 73 point range. So that, oh boy, Bitcoin's dropping. Okay, so that, I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, so this RSI was not in an optimal position for us to be taking a trade. The MACD, same thing, was already at the peak, and it's about to start turning. So now let's look at the 4 hour. When I take a trade, I'm going to look at several time frames. If I'm going to do a day trade, I'm going to take an hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, and then I'm going to go back a little bit to like the 30-minute, more for a setup. So let's look for the 4 hour. What was it doing on the 4 hour? So let's move that over here a little bit. And the RSI, again, was an oversold territory. This is saying that too many people are in this trade. This needs to cool off. This is not the time you want to take a trade. So let's look at the 6 hour, pretty much saying the same story. Now let's go over to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 30-minute. Maybe there was something in the 30-minute that might have told us a different story. So let's move this over here a little bit here, and here we are. So in the 30-minute, we are actually, depending on when he bought, really, really close to overbought conditions. So let's say the peak here was not where he bought. He bought right in here. It's still very, very close to that overbought line. And then the 1 hour would have confirmed that, the 4 hour would have confirmed that, and the 6 hour would have confirmed that as well. So this is just a lesson on when not to take a trade and what to look for when you're going to take a trade. You want to take a trade when the RSI is at least down here in the halfway point, something like this here, where it's pointing up. And of course, the number one driver of these alts are Bitcoin. So even though you see a setup on an altcoin, before you take that trade, you should not take the trade until you are looking at a BTC chart and you're looking to see if we are on a bullish setup. We just finished retracing, and we're expecting it to go up a little bit, or we're sitting in a position like we were today all day, waiting for it to drop because all the indicators were telling us that everything is oversold, and we're going to see a little bit of a cool down. So those are the kind of things that I'm looking at, and that I want you guys to start paying attention to when you're taking your trades. Don't just look at a green candlestick and assume that this is going to continue to go higher and higher. Because look what happened after this candlestick. It just kept on going lower and lower and lower. It tried here, it couldn't make it. Now, do you know the reason why all these attempts failed? Because if you look to the left, let me open this up here. If you look to the left, look at all of this 3 days of going, and going. So basically, you're at this point buying the top. So you have to be very, very careful when you see this. Now, these here are a perfect example of a bullish setup, even though you're pretty high up there and you've already ran a few days. And let me show you what to look for. These little formations like this, these little flags here, let me take the arrows off of there. These little flags here are really good indicators. They work both ways. They work when you're trying to go up. You look at these bull flags, and you look at the bear flags, which is the exact same formation except upside down. And let me show you an example of that I've been looking at. Let's see here. I think it's with Bitcoin. Oh, there it goes. That's it. So it's the same formation, and you're going to be looking at basically the line come up here, and you got your pole, you got your price action trying to go up and just not quite making it. And we're going to expect that dump anytime soon. I think I posted this earlier with an actual red bar, and this was my first target here. So this is just an example of a bear flag, and I wanted you to compare it to what a bull flag is going to look like. So hey guys, I just want you to just become better traders. So I just want to make this quick video, and I will do more of these in the future. If you have a trade that you got into and you can't understand why you're upside down, send it to me so I can share it with you and share it with the group as well, so that we can keep on going through these exercises until we get it right. Thank you guys.